Here on New York's West Side, tonight it's a one-game showdown as New York and Los Angeles are tied after 6 games in their best-of-7 title series. Los Angeles hopes resting on a performance like that of Wednesday night in tying the series. New York hoping that Willis Reed will play and can be effective. At 6 p.m. New York time, the New York Knickerbocker captain took the floor for a preliminary warm-up. The first time he had shot the basketball since Monday when he was injured. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chris Schenkel, and my colleague on the NBA Game of the Week and in this playoff series, Jack Twyman. And Jack, 19,500 fans here in New York City have yet to see Willis Reed at this hour of the evening.
That is very critical. We heard Red Holzman say he expected him to start. We just had an announcement from the press row that Willis has just received 200 cc of cortisone. Now, I've had cortisone myself, and I think we see Willis coming out.
There he comes right now. 6 feet 10 from Grambling. The captain of the Knicks, the most valuable player of the NBA. It's a standing ovation at the new Madison Square Garden. This is a 38 sellout crowd, and they have been reacting to their Knickerbockers the same way all season long. And he has hit 2 in a row, and they are beside themselves. Here in New York, except for the New York Mets and the New York Football Giants when they won in 1956, they have really come to life, and you'll hear what I mean tonight. In the background, you hear John Condon introducing Elgin Baylor.
Keith Erickson.
Here's Keith Erickson. He's done a terrific job guarding Bill Bradley in this series.
Will Chamberlain.
Guards, number 20, Dick Garrett.
And here is Garrett moving out slowly, getting a round of applause from his teammate Chamberlain. And here's Jerry West. And the partial crowd gives Jerry a big hand, and they certainly should. Now the New York Knickerbockers.
And now here they are, the New York Knickerbockers. At the forwards, number 22, Dave DeBusschere.
And now the audience stands and applauds Dave DeBusschere.
Number 24, Bill Bradley.
Now hear this.
Center, number 19, Captain Willis Reed.
That's still for Willis Reed. That's the type of applause that has been reserved for boxers like Sugar Ray Robinson in the old garden, Tony Zale and Rocky Graziano, and a host of other great fighters. So there are the Knickerbockers. The Knicks, coached by Red Holzman, will now get ready to move into the center circle along with Reed on the left, number 19, Chamberlain, the handshake, the sweat man around his brow. Richie Powers throws it up. Chamberlain gets control. Willis Reed did not try to get off the floor. Now it's Garrett who has the ball for Los Angeles, number 20. Number 22 is Elgin Baylor. Guarded by DeBusschere, and Baylor's shot is short. It's taken by Bill Bradley. Then a fast break to Walt Frazier. Frazier then slows it down. Is picked up by Jerry West at the top of the post. Reed. Willis Reed.
Around, trying to get the ball into Chamberlain so he can try Willis Reed.
And Reed now is outside. There's his second shot. He is 2 for 2. Willis Reed. Erickson's first foul. Here's Walt Frazier. And New York now leads by 4 points with 10 minutes and 10 seconds first quarter. Frazier, number 10. On the far side, 22 to DeBusschere. The top of the key, Bill Bradley, number 24. They are 4 for 4 from the field. It's 11 to 6. 8:23 to go first quarter as Walt Frazier brings it in. He's guarded by Garrett, as you see, number 20. And he is fouled. Garrett now has 2 personals, leaving Chamberlain at the defensive board along with Baylor. Jerry West trying to break up DeBuscher's drive, passing off to Frazier. Barnett. Rebound comes off to Quick Frazier. 19-10 quarter. Walt Frazier. Garrett trying to steal the ball. Basket counts, and it'll be Frazier going to the line. And the foul is called on Garrett, who now has 3.
And as we see Walt Frazier at the line, we see the Knickerbockers going to Frazier more. That's doing 2 things. It's organizing the Knickerbocker attack, but it's also keeping Garrett very occupied, not allowing him to roam around as he did on Wednesday, as we see Frazier make it.
Sets up a pick. Frazier goes the opposite way, and Frazier has 11. Reed on this move to the opposite end seemed to go a bit faster and limped less. Chamberlain has the ball, double team. And here's Frazier. Frazier quickly to Bill Bradley.
But Chris, Reed is down. He twisted something on that last play at the other end, and he's having trouble with that leg. Red Holzman wants a timeout. It appears that Reed twisted that leg on that last exchange.
Jerry West.
He can't move at all. Look at Willis Reed.
Right. 7 points now for Jerry West here at the Garden. Reed limping to the bench. And with 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter of this NBA championship game, the score is New York 30, Los Angeles 19. Walt Frazier, 34-23. Bradley then gives to Frazier, guarded by Garrett. Frazier shoots. And the strategy works once more for the Knicks with 25 seconds first quarter. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll return to the second quarter of this NBA championship game, live and in color from Madison Square Garden in New York in just 1 moment. The score, New York 38, Los Angeles 24. As Jerry West tries to get close, he gives outside to Hairston. Hairston back to West. West trying to get away from Reardon. Gives to Chamberlain, but it's stolen away by Frazier. Frazier, number 10. And Bill Bradley gets the bucket. Frazier the assist. Dave Stallworth waiting to come in for the Knickerbockers. Frazier. West with the rebound for the Lakers. Now they begin to move, but the quick hands of Frazier done it again. Point lead thanks to number 10, Walt Frazier, Dave DeBuscher, and the swarming offense of New York.
You have to give a great deal of the credit to this great crowd here in New York.
The foul was on Jerry West, and 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first half. 60-37, New York. Chamberlain and Hairston along the lane. Walt Frazier, number 10. Moving by Erickson. Now drive. Good. 65-38. 21 points for Frazier. Gets it over. High pass to Erickson. Erickson to Baylor. Baylor double teamed. And again they steal it. And Walt Frazier has 23 points. Hairston guarding Frazier. Russell and Frazier exchange passes. Now Bowman joins them. So we have the end of the second quarter. We'll be returning with halftime activities and interviews in just a moment. The halftime score is New York 69, Los Angeles 42. And now we have Nate Bowman starting at center on the right. And we have Chamberlain on the left. And we're looking for Willis Reed. They go with Barnett, Frazier, and Bradley, and DeBuscher, while Los Angeles goes with Erickson and Garrett, Chamberlain, West.
And the cheer you hear is for Willis Reed coming out of the locker room. There he comes across the court to join his teammates. He is going to start.
Well, we have dramatics here tonight on the Lakers have scored 7 points thus far. The Knickerbockers 2. Make it 4. And by Frazier. thus far has 15 rebounds. And it's stolen by Frazier. Chamberlain trying to get in on Reed. Can't. Loses the ball. DeBusschere picks it up, gives to Frazier. Walt Frazier, 30 points.
For anybody watching, this is a way to play defense. Look at the hands of Walt Frazier getting in there on Garrett, getting that ball. Very active hands, and Walt Frazier, one of the best. There's Frazier. Look at the statistics. 31 points, 11 assists, and defensively, he has done a great job on Garrett. But the Lakers, as you mentioned, Chris, this is not over yet. They are a great ball club with West and Baylor and Chamberlain, the all-time leading scorers in playoff history in there. Anything can happen.
And Frazier is 10 for 10 from the foul line. DeBusschere to Frazier. Barnett. Walking dribble by Frazier. Coach Red Holtzman giving a few signals from the bench to his team as they have the ball. And in the nick of time, a Barnett field goal. That's the end of the third quarter. We'll be back live and in color for the fourth quarter in this NBA championship game. The score, New York 94, Los Angeles 69. And a deflected pass is caught and used.
As we look at Walt Frazier, you can't help but be impressed at the way he took over tonight. Offensively, and there he is pointing, positioning his players. He's led this Knicks ball club to a big win.
And now the fans start to sense victory as Bradley puts one up. DeBusschere gets the ball out to Barnett. Barnett, Bradley, DeBusschere, and as if to pour it on, they have been a superb team all year and are just moving it around. Frazier has it. DeBusschere to Frazier. Beautiful teamwork. That's off to the New York Knickerbocker defense. And now 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We have a new NBA champion. For long years. And I know that Mr. Ned Irie, who started college doubleheaders to get the basketball interest going in New York in the mid-30s, then started the Knickerbockers, and he and Irving Mitchell Fell, Alvin Cooperman, and all of them here, they must be delighted. Okay, Howard, after 101 games, the New York Knickerbockers have downed the Los Angeles Lakers by 14 points. As you see, 4 of the Lakers in double figures, and surprising Dick Garrett with only 8 in the game tonight. Hairston with 6, Trez Bant with 3. While for the Knickerbockers, their offensive leader, Walt Frazier with 36, Barnett 21, DeBusschere 18, Bradley 17, Nate Bowman 6, Reardon 5, Reed 4, Stallworth 4, and Cassie Russell 2.
Thanks again, Chris. Here he is. He's the big man. Willis Reed, named the most valuable player in the just concluded NBA championship series with the Knicks now number 1. Willis, congratulations to you, and I'm sure it comes from all of you, as I must talk to you first about the incredible ovation you got when you came out on the floor tonight.
I was very pleased with that. Everybody had been saying, are you going to play, are you going to play? I felt like I was going to play. I didn't know how effective I was going to be. I just said, I hope I have a good ball game. I hope the team play well, and I hope we can win it. I'll do everything I could because I didn't know whether we'll be back here again next year. We're here this year. Let's win it this year.
Let's win it this year. You said on the plane as we flew back after Wednesday night's debacle, from your point of view, it might not come your way again, remember?
That's correct. You never know. I mean, with the great teams, with Al Cinder and all the other great ball players and teams in this league, we don't know what will happen next year. why wait to say we'll do it next year? Let's do it this year, and we've done it. And this is the greatest feeling I've had since I've been playing basketball.
Just joining us, the diminutive former basketball star himself, the coach of the Knickerbockers, Red Holzman. Red, how much did Willis figure in tonight's victory? He's been named the MVP. What did his mere presence mean, despite his being hobbled, in terms of stopping Wilt?
Well, I think just the fact that he was out there gave the club quite a lift, and the fact that he was lucky enough to make a couple of shots at the beginning.
Was that part of the game plan, by the way, to scare them with Willis shooting first?
No, but it gave us a big lift when he made his first few shots.
After that, you were very cautious with him.
Well, we weren't cautious. We were just watching him, and he went about as far as he could go, and then if we needed him again, he would have been back in the ballgame. But Nate Bowman did a fine job, and we didn't have to put him back in.
The people of this country face a certain puzzlement, Red. It's a question I asked Walter Kennedy at halftime. Why is it, how is it, that the Lakers could do what they did to the Knicks 2 nights ago, and you could turn around and utterly submerge them tonight?
Well, I think that old adage about every game being a new game is very important, and the fact that your home court is very important. Our fans are the greatest in the world, and I think they had as much to do with winning this game as we did.
Big man, you know what you mean to your teammates? You know what Bradley said about you?
No, you don't.
He said, just seeing you come out on the floor, put those guys together. And he spoke magnificently, he really did, about you men have coalesced, how you have. And truly, again, our congratulations. You've offered, I think, the best that the human spirit can offer. Congratulations
Thank
to
you,
you,
Howard.
too.
Thank
Now,
you.
these